sometimes I find it kind of ridiculous how out of touch some people can be. They get so wrapped up in this idea of who they think they are, or the type of person they want to portray, and they get really offended when you pop a big old mirror in front of their faces and say, I think you might want to take a look at yourself. So let's be real with ourselves here. Primarily, we play a non-competitive, co-op PvE game. Who the fuck do you think you're impressing? I mean, our endgame consists of grabbing a Nova, Trinity, a couple faction-specific frames, a foot-long sub, a jug for you to pee in, a damn good internet connection, and parking your ass in the same mission for 3 to 4 hours. Shit. There is a reason why we're referred to as Care Bears. With that said, it completely boggles me that some people still get so offended when they get called lazy casual gamers. Because the real joke here is, to some degree, we're all lazy casual gamers. Now, let's not lie to ourselves. At one point or another, you didn't use the appropriate elemental combo in order to deal the optimal amount of damage. In fact, there probably came a point in time where you literally didn't change loadouts when you began to fight a different faction, and not a single fuck was given. Maybe you didn't complete all your syndicate missions, nor did you go the extra mile to pick up every medallion in there to ensure that you could have a surplus of tower keys to do your Ducat and blueprint farming in the void. Some of us may have even missed a sword T or not capped out our daily focus. Me, personally, I like to keep my reserve of cores over 1000 so that I can keep on top of any new primed mods that get released. But as you can see, I kinda stopped at 800 for no better reason than I'm lazy and I just kinda didn't feel like it this week. You see, I have no problem with being lazy. However, what I do have a problem with are lazy casual gamers who will use any excuse in the book to sidestep admitting that they are in fact just like the rest of us. And this was blatantly apparent when we started talking about Prime Bane mods. There were two camps. People who just flat out said, I'm too lazy for this shit. And you know what? More power to you. Thank you for taking responsibility for your inaction. However, on the other end of the spectrum, there were people who literally spent paragraphs attempting to explain why these Prime Bane mods weren't worth putting in the time and effort for, and got extremely defensive when I called them out on their shit. I'm sorry, but if you want to min-max, improve your ammo efficiency, and time to kill, then the Prime Bane mods are a must. That's just how math works. But if you don't want to put in the time and effort and are willing to work with a build that isn't 100% optimized, then you can't get mad when someone calls you lazy or casual. That is the embodiment of lazy and casual. Not wanting to put in the time and effort equals lazy, and making builds that aren't top tier but still kind of work equals casual. Now, this phenomena has existed for quite a while now, and the last time it peeked its ugly little head in was during the Carrier versus all other companions debacle. People were trying to argue that the Carrier was the be-all end-all, and that it was the only viable companion for endgame, when really all it did was vacuum shit up for you so your lazy ass didn't have to pick it up yourself. All these ridiculous people scrawling out paragraphs in an attempt to defend their eliteness, talking about the fact that they use it for efficiency so they can focus on combat. Bitch, what? You can't shoot and move at the same time? Sounds a little lazy to me. While other people were saying that they liked it because they could break canisters through walls and vacuum it up. What? You don't know the solution to the puzzle that brings those walls down? Sounds like a casual to me. And for some reason, these people were getting all riled up when they got called out for having the equivalent of a fucking Roomba for a companion. See, the thing is, it is totally okay to use the Carrier, but what's not okay is having this delusion that you're some sort of pro, top tier, MLG 360 no-scope badass in a non-competitive co-op PvE game. Pull your head out your ass, baby. See, the fact is, the words lazy and casual really aren't all that bad. Lazy Sundays, casual Fridays, a lazy river, a casual walk along the beach. All of those are fantastic. However, there's a subset of players that refuse to be seen that way. They've shoved their perceived eliteness so far up their own asses to the point where they've completely lost sight of the fact that this isn't really the kind of game you can be elite in. They spend paragraphs upon paragraphs attempting to explain away their flaws in an attempt to preserve this image of superiority, trying so hard to sidestep and dodge being pinned to what they really are. Because at the end of the day, we're all lazy and casual to some degree. From the most epic endurance runners to the hardcore playtesters, we all have our downtime, which many of us enjoy and love. It's these lazy casual moments that we spend laughing with our squad mates instead of paying attention to life support, making jokes and trolling each other instead of trying to climb to the top of the mission scoreboard. These moments are lazy and casual and absolutely amazing. There is no reason not to embrace them, and just because you do doesn't make you a bad player. So stop spending your time attempting to keyboard warrior away what you interpret as weakness, and own up to your own humanity, because I can tell you for a fact, you are not alone. So thank you all for watching yet another editorial. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you haven't already caught the previous 2 episodes, be sure to check out Some Opinions Don't Matter and Pew Pew Pew. Now don't forget to do all the things that I asked you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, stay tuned and watch Mama lay down the law here at A Gay Guy Plays. You see, it's just like homophobes. My favorite ones are the kind that just call me a faggot and move on with their day. At least those blatant motherfuckers own up to their shit, rather than wasting my time with paragraph after paragraph of, nah man, I ain't no homophobe, I just hate it when you be talking about all that gay shit. Nah, you can fuck off with all that.